Hello. Okay, so I'm hoping this is going to help. That what we're doing here is looking at our goal. Our goal is to have a WebEx session which will give us a live stream with the closed captioning window as well as the participants in thumbnail view. WebEx does this natively streaming to YouTube, but when it does, it forces you into a active speaker view in the YouTube feed. It will not maintain the thumbnail view of all the participants. The other thing it does, it strips away the closed caption window, which is being transcribed by one of the participants. So that being one of our requirements, we're using OBS to capture a desktop. That desktop is going to be running or at least a participant of the WebEx session. And they're going to have their display set to thumbnail view, and they're going to have the closed caption window open. OBS is going to be running in the background, streaming the feed to the YouTube session, which will be publicly available, either the link posted through the homepage or through a web blast or other publication methods. All right, so we get this picture of the way. So as I said, that's our goal. So OBS, as you can see, is the application right here. It's already capturing. You can see my desktop. It's a very simple process to do this. So we can do this at any time. About within 5 to 10 minutes of the meeting is probably pretty good. So right down here in the bottom left corner, we have sources. Just ignore the fact that I have display capture already there. That's just so that I can record this at the moment. So you're going to select your source. So as you can see in the background, I have another window running my WebEx session. And like I said, this could be pre-login, at login, or ideally very early in the meeting before everybody's in attendance. All right. So I would go add, and I'm going to do a window capture. And I am going to give it a name so I can identify it in that list. And so right here, it wants to know what window you want to capture. So of course we're going to go to the WebEx in my Chrome browser and hit OK. So that will now capture just that application. Okay. Another thing to note down here under sources are the eyeballs. If it is crossed out as it is now for WebEx, it hides it. If I click it now, you'll see it takes away my OBS because it starts capturing just the just the WebEx. As you can see there, it's clicked, my eyeballs now live, not crossed out. Click again, make it crossed out, and you can see my entire window again because I'm displaying it here, capturing it here, sorry. All right, so again, make sure that's not there with the crossed out line. By default, it won't be. So let's go over here to settings in the bottom right corner. We're going to go to stream. Under service type, you're going to select YouTube, and your primary server is going to be, of course, YouTube as well. This stream key is going to be our custom key that YouTube's going to give us. So let's go over to YouTube and grab that key now. So you're going to log into YouTube as yourself, and beforehand, you do need to enable live streaming. It's not something that's automatically enabled on all YouTube accounts. So remember to go into your description settings and enable that. So in the top right corner, you want to hit create and you want to go live. Okay, so now YouTube's going to build this session for us. So this is YouTube Studio. I recommend going into the classic view. It just allows you to see everything all on one page. So here we can see that the feed is currently offline. All right, and if we scroll down, we have a title. We can place anything we want in here. We have a description. You can place anything you want in here. Mine are filled out by default. Category, you can change it to from whatever's defaulted to anything you like. privacy. So if we're broadcasting this to the world, and we want it publicly accessible or searchable, we would just leave it set to public. If you set it to private, only people with the link can get to it. So that's what I'm doing just for my demonstration. But ideally you want to leave it as public. Okay. Keep scrolling down. What we have is the YouTube intake server. OBS already knows this. What you need is the stream name or the key. Okay, so just reveal it. It's a custom, unique for every session. So you just want to copy it. Let's try to remember these last 4 characters so we can match it up. Paste it into here. Click your show button just to make sure it matches what you saw there, 99Z1. So it is still the same. Hit apply. Hit OK. You're not streaming yet. It's ready though. At this point, if you were to go ahead and click start streaming, whatever is on my screen will now be sent to YouTube. All right. So if we just go back over here, we're still currently offline. Let's go down and take a look at this again. So one thing you need to make sure is that in your capture window, so this is all surrounded in blue, you want to make sure you're not cropping it. So your size might not line up exactly with the window size expected. So just confirm that. Right click on your source that we already selected down here. So we're clicking on WebEx. And right here is resize output source size. All right, if you click that, it will automatically resize what you're capturing down to the size required for the YouTube, just so you're not cropping off people's faces or the entire right hand side, for example. So at this point we're ready to go. Go ahead and start streaming, and OBS is now going to sync up with YouTube, and we should see this offline in YouTube. Go to a starting and then streaming. So you're going live now. The color of the stream indicates the quality that YouTube's receiving. So mine's not that great, and OBS tells me that as well. Ideally you want to see this green. My upload quality or rate is not that high here, which is the reason why I'm getting a poor upload. So try to do it from somewhere where you can maintain a green status level. Mine's so bad at the moment that it actually just dropped, but it will pick itself back up again. So you would maintain this for the length of the meeting. So you would have all your people up here as we demonstrate with this picture. Once you've finished the WebEx, you can go back to OBS, and down here in the bottom right corner again, we now want to click stop streaming. So once you click stop streaming, your YouTube session will go from live back to an offline state. There we are. All right. So as it says here, when you're finished, return to the YouTube Studio. So it's right here in the top right corner. Go back, and now everything's done. So that session's finalized. You're complete. You're no longer streaming anything. Left-hand side here in the menu, we have videos, and here's where we can go and see the video we just captured. So here's uploads, and here's live. So you want to take a look at the live stream. Right now it's still showing as a current live broadcast. That's just because YouTube needs a moment to finish it off. See if we can refresh it here and get it bumped down. Okay, so it's not ready yet. So when it is, it'll be bumped down here with the rest of the previous live streams. All right, so if you no longer wanted what was live or a recorded video to be accessible to the public, you can always go over here and you can change it to unlisted. You can leave it as public or change it to private, and with the link we'll still be able to get to it. If you publish the link, people can still get to it. If you're completely done with it and don't no longer require it, you can select these options, buttons, go over to more actions, and delete forever. So you can do that to one, or you can do that to multiples. Okay? And that's how you use OBS to capture a desktop and send out a WebEx session while maintaining a thumbnail view of the participants and the closed caption window.